We need to get him in surgery right away.
In the movie Heaven is for Real, distraught dad Todd Burpo cries out to God when his 4-year-old son Colton is rushed to the hospital.
We're in trouble here. He's much worse.
The boy's life hanging in the balance as surgeons operate on his ruptured appendix. And it could be said that Todd's prayer is successful. Not only does Colton live, but a few months later he begins telling stories of seeing heaven and meeting Jesus.
In heaven, this little girl came up to me. She told me she died in your tummy.
While you might think that sort of thing could engender even greater faith, it does just the opposite for Colton's parents. Struggling to understand what happened and what he really believes, Todd plunges into a spiritual crisis. Still, the details of Colton's experience, including meeting Todd's beloved grandfather among other things, are simply too precise to be ignored, especially coming from such a young boy. Based on the written testimony of the real-life Colton Burpo, this cinematic take presents heaven as a place of peace, comfort, and joy, a domain presided over by a loving, caring Jesus. And the film presents its claim in a compelling and sometimes emotional way.
I want to believe him, but everything he talks about is impossible.
What it doesn't offer, however, is any solid biblical truth of how we can go to heaven when we actually do die. The director, I'm sure, would argue that that was never his intention, but the result is a film that will both inspire and vex. Still, I'm giving Heaven is for Real 4 pearly gates out of 5 for family friendliness. For an in-depth review of this film, the movie Transcendence, or really anything else playing at your local box office, visit us at PluggedIn.com. Plugging you into the movies, I'm Bob Waliszewski for Focus on the Family's Plugged In Movie Review.